Hello and welcome to my final project for StandUp. For my final project, I'm working on a grocery list web app where you can add items to your grocery list and it will be sorted based on expiration dates. So for that, I'm trying to follow a MVC style setup. So I've got a couple of different packages here. We have a couple of different classes. The core of it is going to be this grocery item that will be the item that you obviously want to purchase. We have a generic ID, which currently I have hidden from the user. That would be more for like an internal purpose. I've got section, which would denote things like dairy or frozen or meat, what the name of it is, unit price, a UPC, and then a purchase and expiration date. It's pretty standard. Got a couple of different constructors. No arg. These two are the same, except this one includes the purchase date. This one does not. Just getters and setters, and then a toString. This toString will return slightly different depending on whether purchase date is null or whether there is actually a purchase date associated with the item. For the comparator for that, when we add things, we are going to make that based on the section. That way items will stay linked together. So everything in the dairy should be in the dairy, everything in frozen should be with frozen. Um, Now that being said, um, we move on into the inventory of it. For that, we're using a linked list. Kind of, again, just kind of a standard linked list. We've got a couple of different methods depending on where we want to add or remove items, what if we want to look at items at certain points, the size of it, and then a print statement to see what's inside of that inventory as a total. Then we have into our grocery list class. That's just a priority queue that we are adding items to. We've got an option, a method for clearing it. We can add items to the list. I am currently working on a sort list that is an insertion sort that I'm hopefully going to be getting to sort based on expiration dates. And then I have a print statement for that. And it's going to be based on either if it's empty, it'll print a string saying it's empty. If there's items, it'll print the items in that list. And then for the comparator there, we are getting based on expiration date. Outside of that, I just kind of have a generic driver right now going. For that, I create a few items that I'm going to toss in. Again, nothing too special. Most of these are just made up. Uh, these I've included purchase dates here as today, and then expiration dates we've done today, plus an arbitrary number of days based on what I feel an expiration for those were. I'll research more to see what actual expirations are. Then I'm going to add everything to my inventory and then I'm going to print it out so that way I can make sure that everything got added to it. I just put a space here for some clarity. We're going to add a new list and then I'm actually using a for loop with a nested if statement here to populate the grocery list with items. Now, the if statement checks to see if the expiration date is farther than 10 days. If it's going to expire sooner than 10 days, it adds it to the list. If it's farther than 10 days, it just leaves it off the list because we don't need to get it because it's not going to expire soon. Then I'm going to print the inventory, the list that I just made. I'm going to check here on my clear list and I'm going to print it again just to see what happens. So here we can see the program running. Here we've added the items to the inventory. We've got a name, the section that it goes to, prices, UPCs, purchase dates, expiration dates. Now that and then we will add items to the grocery list based off of, again, this for loop here. So as we can see, for instance, the easiest one to see, we just have a generic TP one here. TP I just set to expire 2 years from now. But we can see here that, oh, the meat is going to expire in a few days, so that goes on the list. And oh, bread's going to expire, so that goes on. Oh, these are going to expire, so those go on the list. And then we clear out the list and we print the statement saying that the list is empty. That's where I'm currently at. I do want to go back and start working my sort a little bit more to get it to function a little bit more appropriately. I feel it's not working the best right now. Um, Other than that, I'm going to continue to work on that once I can get all of this sorted out to where I know that the sort and everything is working the way I intend. Then I can start building up the web app and get web pages and start loading things into the database. So that'll be my part, hopefully, into my next steps. Thank you for watching.